Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Ebony's final breakdown. He has quietly raised me like I never existed. Yes, they say she broke down. She went to go and meet the brother to the jewel. And she was crying. She was very sad. And we heard that the brother to the jewel told her that it is the price of, betraying the jewel and not listening when she was initially asked to back down on her attacks on the jewel. Our people say when we cry for the one who is gone, we should also remember the one who is left behind in pain. That was exactly the story of Ebony. She had been restless since the news broke that night. She couldn't sleep. Her phone kept vibrating from messages, but she couldn't bring herself to read any of them. It was her lawyer who had first told her that the Great Lion had officially removed his name from Price Equity firm, the accounting company they both founded together. The man whose name gave her firm its royal influence had quietly erased himself from her life like she never existed. At first, she laughed. It was a bitter, shaky laugh that barely came out. Then she broke down. She cried for hours, repeating the same word. He has erased me like I never existed, like I was never part of anything. Now, it's not as if the Great Lion has erased her. No. Of course, we know that she's still there in the palace. It's not just by being there. It's the things that are happening. The fact that you're no longer, the point of attraction. You're no longer at that, center space now. You understand, right? They say by morning, she was no longer herself. Her eyes were swollen. She has been crying. And if you know this whole thing, it's not today that Ebony has been crying. No. Ebony has had one of the toughest times in the palace. I do know that Ikpe is struggling too. But I want to believe that Ebony's struggle will not be here. Ebony's struggle will not be here. Ebony has struggled and struggled and struggled, struggling to keep her relationship. Struggling to, be seen by the man that she loves. Struggling to be heard by the man that she loves. Struggling with this, struggling with that. He said it was not easy. So they said she went to go and meet the Great Lion's brother. They said when she finished her complaint, the brother sighed deeply. He had expected, this call. He had been in the palace earlier that week when the Great Lion signed the document instructing his lawyer to take his name off the firm. The order was firm and clear. No hesitation, no discussion. Ebony, he said after a long silence, you were warned. You were told to stop your attacks. You were told to stop the nonsense that almost ruined his life. But you wouldn't listen. You were too proud, too consumed by envy. Look where it has brought you. At that, Ebony broke down completely. She couldn't hold back anymore. She cried like a woman who had just been told her word was over. You think I didn't listen? You think I didn't regret everything? She shouted through tears. I was misled. I was manipulated by the people who pretended to love me. They told me the jewel was my enemy. They told me if I didn't fight her, I would lose everything. Now I have lost everything. Her voice cracked so badly that the Great Lion's brother went silent for a moment. He said quietly, Ebony, you were not misled. You allowed yourself to be used. You let jealousy blind you. You wanted what she had, his love, his attention, his name. But you don't understand that what she had wasn't something money or manipulation could buy. They said Ebony's sob grew louder. I beg you to forgive me, she said quietly. I beg him. I told him I didn't mean to be part of anything evil. I didn't know that, this whole thing would turn out to be like this. Please, listen to me. Please beg him. Talk to him to forgive me for everything. This is too much. I have been humiliated enough. They said Ebony begged. and beg as the brother got up and left. That's the great lion's brother. Going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.